Okay, hello, and welcome to the next demo session. This is about having a conversation with an empathic AI agent. So, what does that mean? First of all, a quick introduction of myself. My name is Florian Eyben, and my background's in electrical engineering, information technology, and then I did a PhD in AI, machine learning, signal processing from audio, which had a focus on speech and motion recognition. And then out of that work at Technical University in Munich, I co-founded a company called audEERING, which we're presenting at our booth over here, and which I'm talking about now. This has happened in 2013, so it's been 10 years already that I'm working for the company and leading the strategy, research, and innovation there. What audEERING does, just to give you a bit of a background before I get into the demo, we can detect emotions from the tone of the voice, so text independent, and we can give you things like the perceived age and gender of a speaker from the audio signal, as well as some contextual information like the acoustic scene or sound events. So acoustic scene means basically if you're in a restaurant, in a car, in a park, or the context of the situation. And recently we've also started doing detection of health information from the voice, because the technology we have built is capable of extracting over 6,000 individual parameters from a voice signal. And we can go ahead and look for some of those parameters that are correlated to things like fatigue or depression or other neurological disorders like Parkinson's or MS that would affect your voice in some way. The company is based in Germany, and just to give you an impression, it's about 60 employees at the moment, and we're kind of around Series A funding. We apply our technology in many, many use cases because you need to understand we're a technology provider. So we're not providing a final solution for the end user, but we're providing a component like a speech-to-text or text-to-speech component as SDK or Cloud API. And we have customers in the call center industry using it for call center analytics, guiding the agents. We also have customers in the voice UI space, automotive predominantly, and robotics. We have customers for a long time in market research and other areas like edutainment and XR industries, where you can imagine virtual characters, 3D characters that talk to you that are then also emotionalized by our technology. So now, what am I going to show to you now? It's a demo interface where I can speak with, in the backend, ChatGPT, but voice by voice. So we're using third-party tools for doing speech-to-text, for doing text-to-speech, and we're using our technology for doing the emotion detection. So you see the red box here on top. This is our part. You get voice input. In parallel, we feed it to speech-to-text and emotion recognition. Then we get the values of the emotion recognition and add them to the text from speech to text and send this to a chatbot or LLM in our case. The LLM generates a response that includes the emotional state. So it's able to know that you're sounding depressed, happy, excited, or whatever. The response that the LLM generates is up to the LLM and, of course, the capabilities of the LLM or chatbot system that you're using to deal with emotions. So obviously, if you want to really make a sensitive psychotherapist here, you might need to fine-tune. But what we're using here is just the model out of the box to showcase the concept and the potential of this. And in the end, of course, we take the response and generate speech again so we can have speech output. You can also emotionalize the speech output to match the emotion of the user and the input. We, for this, have technology to convert the emotional response from the LLM, so it would tell us what the response voice should sound like, and converting this to SSML tags that you can pass to the text-to-speech engine. And then in the end, we receive the voice response, and we can have a speech dialogue. So I'm going to show you this now, what you will see, on the left side here, you would see the non-emotional version. So this is basically a very similar system message as a prompt that we use to ChatGPT, but we don't include the emotion values that we get from our technology. We include only the text. And on the right side, you will see what happens if we include the emotion values in the text, basically. So just set up. Hey Diana, how are you doing?
Hey there, I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. How about you? Anything exciting happening lately?
So immediately now you can see some things here. First of all, there's an emoticon which reflects roughly the emotional tone that you've been showing. You don't see it on the left side because it's not included. And you see that the responses already differ. So here she's coming back, I'm an AI assistant, I don't have feelings, but how can I assist you? On the right side, she plays the role of an empathic assistant. And we're saying, yeah, I'm doing pretty well, just fantasizing some emotion. And then saying, well, thanks for asking, how about you? Anything exciting happening lately? Now, I can continue the conversation and say, no, nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything specific that's been bringing you down lately? Sometimes talking about it can help.
And you can see that the response is showing clear empathy. It's not only responding to the no-nothing content. On the left side, you would see, all right, I'm sure, nothing to discuss. Feel free to reach out again. But on the right side, it's clearly stating anything that's been bringing you down lately. And then offering help to talk about things. Now I can try to turn around the situation and be a bit fooling the system. Haha, I really got you there.
Haha, you definitely did. That caught me off guard. It's great to see you in such a good mood. What's been bringing you so much joy and excitement lately?
So you can see I have not been saying that I'm in a good mood, but it was my voice when I said, haha, I really got you there, that reflected the positive mood. And it took that into account and generated the response saying, oh, I love to see you in a good mood again, and what's been bringing you the excitement. Yeah, I'm actually happy that I'm here at the Voice in AI conference and speaking to so many interesting people.
That's fantastic. I'm glad you're having a great time at the conference. It's always exciting to meet new people and engage in interesting conversations. Is there anyone in particular you've met that has made a lasting impression on you?
Okay, then I'd like to show you another use case. So I could continue this conversation now, and you can never predict how it goes because obviously ChatGPT is generating responses that vary sometimes. Let's try another use case. Hey, can you recommend some music to me? So there's some latency. Okay.
Of course, I'd be happy to recommend some music for you based on your current mood. I think you might enjoy some upbeat and uplifting tunes to match your positive energy. How about trying out some genres like pop, dance, or even reggae? Here are a few suggestions. 1. Happy by Pharrell Williams. 2. Can't Stop the Feeling by
Okay,
Justin.
I'm just going to stop it because otherwise we have to listen to the full list. But I can also do it in a different tone. I can say, hey, Can you recommend some music to me? So it misunderstood its role with
Of
it.
course, I'd
Yeah.
be happy to recommend some music to you. Based on your current mood, I would suggest some laid back and relaxing tunes that can help you unwind. How about trying some acoustic folk or mellow indie songs? Artists like Bon Iver, Iron and Wine, or Jose Gonzalez might be a great fit for you. Let me know if you'd like more specific recommendations or if you have any preferences in terms of genre or style. Enjoy your music exploration.
So again, you can see she picked up the more calm tone and recommended different kinds of music. The only thing is that the model from prompt was falling out of the role and thinking that I'm Diana and not that she's Diana. But that's the fault of ChatGPT. And then you can again see on the left side, on the non-emotional side, the answer is, yeah, of course I can do music recommendation, but it asks me what genre or mood I would like because it has no cue of what it should recommend. And in other cases, it would maybe make random recommendations just to choose something here. I can show you one more. Hey, can you suggest some topics to talk about?
Hey, sure, I'd be happy to suggest some topics to talk about. How about discussing your favorite hobbies or interests? It can be a great way to learn more about each other and find common ground.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry if my suggestions didn't resonate with you. It's important to find topics that genuinely interest and excite you. Let's try something different then. How about discussing your favorite music?
Oh, okay.
Great, I'm glad we're getting closer to finding a topic that interests you. How about discussing your favorite?
So I'm just going to cut it off because there's coming long responses. And I mean, we haven't done anything on the prompts and ChatGPT particularly to control this a bit more. There's much you can do with more advanced prompts and anything, but it's more about showing the idea of how the emotion can be integrated here. So you just saw that I was responding all the time to the suggestions, and ideally it would have worked best if there was only one suggestion or one topic. But the first time I was like disinterested in my voice, and it picked it up and said, "Oh, I'm sorry that the topic suggestions didn't yet match, so let me try alternatives." And then the second time I went, "Oh, okay, more interested." And then the system actually said, "Okay, happy to find that we're getting closer to finding something that interests you," and continued in this direction. So, I mean, the possibilities here are endless. You can try it out at our booth. We're just over here, the first table. So I invite all of you to come over and try whatever you want and have further conversations with us. There's one more thing that I like to show, which is not integrated into this demo yet, but we can also add this as extra information to the text prompts. That's basically the detection of age and the perceived gender of your voice. So whether your voice sounds like male or female. And it works text independent. We're just putting a text here so it makes it easier for you to try it out and you have something to talk about. But I could be simply saying anything, so I'm just starting it right now while I talk to you, and then it would make an assessment of my voice. And it tells me I'm a 34-year-old male, made me like around about 4 years younger. But this is within the range that we expect. The accuracy of it is around 9 years. So we have a mean average error of 9 years. And that gives you a very good technology to guess if somebody's like a young person, middle-aged, or a senior person, or even a child. And for children, the accuracy is better. So if you have a 3 or 4 or 5-year-old child talking to a system which maybe you don't want to use the system, then you can actually use this quite well and say it's a child, not even reached teenager age, but younger, and you don't want them to use the system, for example. And use cases with that, I mean, you can imagine things where you don't know the age of a person. So imagine a retail robot, for example, that would show you some goods in a retail store. So you would ask the robot, hey, I need some toothpaste. Show me where the toothpaste is. The robot then would say, sure, please follow me, guide you to the toothpaste with indoor navigation. And it might, depending on your age, actually recommend different products to you. But without even including the age and doing recommendations, it could simply be used as a statistics tool. So if the shop owner would be interested to see which groups of people at which age and gender were looking for which products, they could immediately get that statistic without asking the person. And yeah, that concludes the demo and the presentation here. And yeah, if you have any further questions, check us out on our websites or LinkedIn and channels, and visit us at our booth. We're here tomorrow all day and today till late night, after prompt night, and at prompt night also. Thank you very much.